Thank you. Okay, so I want to talk about what happened a day or two ago. We had two instructors in here, so I'm going to give you 20 evidence-based points, and I'll be supporting this with Google Scholar about respect, responsibility, and safety. Then we're going to go over lesson 3, and then I'm going to give you a quiz on all that we've covered the last couple of weeks. So it's really going to be good for you. So the first thing I want to talk about, and then you can text me, questions, ideas that you may have. So I think this would be really good. So utilize my number. Those of you who are here, you're going to learn a lot today. Respect for instructors and peers. Studies show that disrespectful behavior, defiance, aggression in educational settings correlates to higher crash risk due to poor decision making. This is the driver's education class. This is not middle school. This is not high school. This is not college. So it's imperative that we all understand we are a community. The community is safety based. The community is about trust. And I truly believe that. Example, several of you, I've taught your brother, I've taught your sister. One of you, you've seen me do driver's ed over 10 years, and then your parents made a decision, hey, we want you to teach our child. Okay, so respect and trust is earned. A stat 2013. There's a lesson behind this. Emphasize that respect for instructors is non-negotiable. I'm not your mom and dad, so you can't say whatever to me and expect me to say it's okay. Because if you get disrespectful, then I'm not going to drive you, because the number one thing has to be safety. Okay, so for instance, one student said, bro. I hit that brake and said, I'm not your bro. Okay, you have to address certain people certain ways. Your boss, the principal of the high school, maybe your new football coach who has power to get you into college or power to get you out of college. So you'll find this as you grow up. It mirrors respect for traffic laws. Example, if you don't respect your instructor and you blow a stop sign, you could get a ticket. You could get hit. So this is kind of a casual behavior that we see all the time. We see people blowing yield signs and stop signs. Next, zero tolerance for disrespectful behavior. Structured enforcement of rules in driver's ed reduces risky behavior. Williams, 2020. The driving company has a list of rules. I go over those rules at the beginning. It's really important that you refresh yourself on those rules. Example, you need 6 hours of driving. If you miss a day of class, you won't get your certificate. The state monitors this. Occasionally they'll pull a video. The owner of the company will sit in and watch, because he or she wants to make sure the instructors are covering what they need. Always follow the rules. Clearly outline consequences for misconduct. Removal from class. Mackenzie was removed from class because she disrespected Mr. Bryan and Mr. Myles. Her brother contributed to this. He was removed from class too. They're no longer in the class. I'm not driving them. Sometimes young people see the failures of other teams. You get kicked out of school. You get suspended. You go to the youth home. You witnessed that the other day. Number 3, on-camera policies. When I ask you guys to have your cameras on, I need to see your full face. It's not because I'm being disrespectful. I need you to follow the rules. I'll ask you twice. I'll ask you 3 times. And if you're not going to have your camera on, or you're going to be laying back in the back or laying on the bed, you will be removed. It's really important that you follow that. You guys have been through COVID. You're in 5th grade, 4th grade, 6th grade. You made a choice to take the online class. I love this class, but you got to follow the rules. And if you don't, you will be removed. There are about 7 or 8 kids in here who are doing the makeup. If you don't follow rules, the day won't count. The company knows my policies. I follow the rules. It's on video. So if you're out of pocket, I'll ask you a couple of times, you'll be removed. Example, one kid was playing video games. Wasn't that good. And he got removed. So don't be that kid. I should see you looking at the camera. occasionally looking down, going over your notes. But if you're looking away and outside playing, you will be removed. The video is my shepherd. Visual engagement in virtual classrooms improves retention and accountability. I'm accountable for you. You're partially accountable for me. More so because I'm the adult. I'm the teacher of record. I'm the one that does the attendance. If you come late, 5 or 10 minutes every other day, you don't have your full 24 hours. You won't get your certificate. If you miss the drive because you weren't responsive enough to call, you're going to have a $35 no-show fee. You will not get your certificate. Please understand this. Lessons that explain camera requirements ensure participation. This is why I cut off the chat. You're going to have to text me. A skill critical for attentive drivers. Driving takes attention. You have to be able to multitask. There's a yellow light. A truck is behind us. A guy in a Cybertruck. Yes, we saw 5 of those boys. A guy or lady in a Cybertruck is driving by. That kind of takes us out of our focus. You've got to pay attention. Accountability for actions. Teens who internalize responsibility for their actions establish better habits. If you don't think the rules apply to you, you're going to speed, you're going to blow stop signs, you're going to speed in the school zone, you're going to speed in your neighborhood. Okay? I see your text, so it's good. So accountability is really important. Example, obeying the speed limit. Let's talk about parental involvement. Number 5. As I'm going along, put your comments in. Text me. Put your comments in. I'll have it. I can print out my text. Show me that you're actively listening. And I'm doing this because I want you to know the company really does care about you. They care about me. And they want to be the premier company. And it takes work. It takes a lot of people in accounting. It takes people who are passionate about driving. I'm passionate about driving. It takes students who want to learn, not who think they're better than everyone else. Again, teens who internalize responsibility for their actions exhibit safer driving habits. Your mom and dad wear their seatbelt. They drive within the speed limit. Gunham and Turbin, 2018. I'm using scholarly sources. When you use scholarly sources, your report, your presentation holds more weight. Lesson, discuss how accountability in class translates to accountability on the road. Obeying the speed limit. I need all of you who have driven with me, text me one thing you've learned from being in the car with me or another student. Again, this is your chance. Text me what you have learned from watching other students or me in the car. Am I saying I'm perfect? No, no man is perfect. But when I give you information, you need to listen. Some of you would say, you're talking too much. I'm going to say, you're learning not enough. Everyone is different. Some people need support. Some people need 1 point. But if you're drifting out of your lane to the right or left because you don't have good lane line reference points, I'm going to tell you. If you're slamming brakes and almost hitting the car, I'm going to tell you. I see the text coming in and I am so proud of you. You can kind of do this discreetly. I love it. I'm smiling. I see it coming in on my phone. It's really important that I have my kid gloves on with you guys, meaning you're still young kids. You're not 21. You're not 18. I drive older students too. You're still learning right from wrong, good from bad. I know that I'm a role model. I'm not perfect. Your parents aren't perfect. We try to do the best we can. There is no parent booklet to say, you're supposed to treat your daughter this way, you're supposed to treat your son this way. We learn as we go. And if you're the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th kid, your parents are like, listen to him. Or if you don't like him, too bad. You need this. Parental involvement. Parental support reduces traffic violations. If your parents are involved, Simmons and Morton, 2011. If your parents are involved in your driving, you're going to drive better. Every time the lesson is over, I get out with you. I sign the green card. I put my name, date it, I go see your mom and, hey, they parallel parked. We went through roundabouts. We merged on the expressway. I tell them your accomplishments. Some of your parents are like, okay, whatever, bro. Other parents are like, that is so nice. Some of your parents are very involved. Some of them aren't. It is what it is. But I'm going to tell your parents how you're doing. And if I see a problem, I'm going to tell them. And then I'm going to invite them in to sit in the back. Lesson: encourage parents to reinforce classroom rules and discuss respect at home. If you're disrespectful at home, you're going to be disrespectful in the driver's ed car. It's true. If you don't respect your mom, you may not respect me. If you don't respect your dad, you may not respect me. Some male students have a problem with male authority. I have to make sure we're safe. If I see you running the light, I'm going to squeeze the brake. It's hard for some people to accept constructive criticism. I'm just being honest with you. But I have to do it in a humble, loving way because this is driver's education. You never heard me yell and scream at you, and I never will do that. That's not in my DNA. Emotional regulation while driving. Anger and aggression while driving predicts crash involvement. If you're angry and aggressive, you will crash. You're mad. I didn't get my scholarship offer. They don't even know you, and you didn't go to the NCAA clearinghouse like I told some of you. You know who you are. If you're trying to get a D1 or D2 scholarship, you need to file with the NCAA clearinghouse. Oh, yeah, I'm on NSC. Okay, bye-bye. I always ask how your grades are because I'm a teacher. I care. Some of your parents are principals and teachers. Love that. Because we shape the world. Different back, 2003. Lesson: teach coping skills, deep breath, to manage frustration in class. And you saw me. Let's take a pause, guys. I said pause. Let's take a pause. I didn't snap to judgment. All of you saw that. That shows class and respect. Peer influence. You don't listen to me because I'm not your age. You don't listen to your mom and dad because you listen to people who are 15, 16, 17, or 14, 15, 16. And if you're 30, you listen to people 27, 28, and 29. You listen to people in your age group. You might listen to your principal or your coach or maybe the younger teacher, but most of you don't really listen to adults because you think they don't understand you. But we do, because we were teens one time like you. And I didn't like being around my mom and dad. They were very strict on me. But if I stayed out late, I wouldn't have been here on this planet. That's all I'm going to say. But I made it through. Teens with disruptive peers are more likely to engage in reckless driving. So if your friends are wilding out, woo, woo, what, woo, 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 you gonna wild out. If your teens are disrespectful, disrespecting boys, disrespecting girls, making fun of people, you're gonna be like that. Surround yourself with positive people. Lesson: highlighting the importance of surrounding oneself with positive role models. Seth, we went over to Lutheran North to your school. We drove over there, brother. Appreciate you. Real talk. I want to keep going. Importance of first impressions. Professionalism. I try to be professional. Speak clearly. Have good information. Quizzes, Cahoots, on-scene TV, Wham Bam, Tesla. I try to give you the most current information. And I invested in myself to make myself better for you. I bought a subscription for Quizzy. I can use it in school and driver's ed. I can copy more information and I can make custom tests for you to get better. I do that because I care. I don't have to do it. It's going to cost me $240 a year, $18 a month. That's okay. But I see the value in this. And I think when you guys take this quiz, you're going to say, wow, it was hard, but I know more. Dress and behave in class the way you would on a job test, on a driving test or job interview. People look at how you carry yourself. So if you're coming in with mismatched socks, ashy skin, dirty t-shirt, people are like, whoa. I always dress nice. I got my sock game on. I'll be wearing them button downs. I'm crispy because I care about myself. And I dress in a professional way. I always have. Consequences of exclusion. Research finds students removed from driver's ed are 2 times more likely to delay licensing. So if you get kicked out of driver's ed class, you will wait. I'm going to wait till I'm 18. I don't like that guy. You guys can't drive anyway. When I'm 18, I'm going to go and boom. Lesson, and that's O'Brien, 2015. Frame removal as a last opportunity, not just punishment. You saw me wait. Let's pause, guys. Let's breathe. I close my eyes. I breathe. You heard me. You saw me. Parents heard me and saw me. And some of your parents are like, oh my God, I don't know how you kept it together. That is so disrespectful. I have 4 or 5 parents tell me that. But I was respectful. I paused. Growth mindset and learning. I need you to remember this. Growth mindset is so important. We're trying to grow. You will get better. And if I teach your brother or sister or your niece or someone, they're going to be better than you. Every single class, I'm getting better. With data, with knowledge. Students who embrace feedback commit fewer driving errors. You should say, hey, how was my driving evaluation? What do I need to work on? None of you ever say that. Encourage humility. I am so humble. And willingness to learn from mistakes. We all make mistakes. That is Grayson, 1996. The importance of attendance. Missed driver's education sessions increase knowledge gap. If you miss a drive, you increase your knowledge gap. Those of you who drive the 3rd week or 4th week, you're a little bit behind. About a third to half of the class has at least 2 or 3 drives. Everyone has a different schedule. I understand. Stress that skipping classes or drives undermines safety. I'm going to have some first drivers this weekend. One of my drivers will be on her 3rd. If you're on your 1st or 2nd drive, I'm making you drive first. Instructor authority and safety. Students who challenge instructors are more likely to ignore road rules. Sharp, 2006. Lesson, respect instructors as you would law enforcement. Community reputation. Schools with strict conduct standards produce safer drivers. De La Salle. Detroit Country Day. There's some schools in California also. They have very strict rules. This is why they win championship after championship after championship. They set high standards. Protect your reputation. Your reputation is the most important thing. Future employees may check driving records. I have a good driving record. They're going to check your driving record if you want to be an Uber or Lyft. Conflict resolution. Driver's training and de-escalating with fewer crashes. If you're really nervous or emotional, I try to calm you down. We have the air conditioning on. I speak truth. I tell jokes. Protect your reputation. Donahue, 2012. Role play, respectful communication techniques. I do a lot of role play. Funny little skits, funny little jokes. I make you laugh. Long-term consequences. Teens removed from driver's ed face harsher or higher insurance costs. Ferguson, 2003. Connected classroom behavior to financial and legal repercussions. So if you don't respect the law, you're going to do things to break the law because you think it doesn't apply to you. Empathy for others. Empathy for drivers exhibit fewer aggression. You should care about the old lady who's going 5 miles an hour. You should care about the younger person who's just getting out there. Sharbeck, 2014. Discuss how gestures, the middle finger, escalated road rage incidents. Consistency in training. Complete all drives to reduce crash risk by 40%. If you can complete your drives within 6 weeks, you're going to reduce your crash risk by 40%. Mackenzie had fewer. She had 0 drives. So did her brother. They would have had 3 drives within the next week. Second chances when earned. Restorative justice approach important teen driving attitudes. This is not public school. This is driver's education. It's really important. Your decisions can make or break our lives. Offer pathways for re-enrollment after demonstrating a genuine change. I need you to type in what you learned, please. Type in what you learned. Send me a quick text. Okay, I'm going to hit you with the quiz next. Type in what you learned. Reinforce learning. Parents who review driver's ed materials with teens strengthen retention. You feel mom and dad care, and they do. Teens mimic parents' driving behavior. Are they good or bad? If your mom and dad are really good drivers, you're like, man, I have great speed control. I put on my seatbelt. I vacuum my car. I'm going to come in early. If your parents don't enforce those, man, I'm going to drive with one hand. I don't need my seatbelt. I'm going to go to my friend's house 3 hours away and lie and say, I'm at my friend's house. I see the text come in. It's incredible. It's incredible. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Parents, if parents speed or text while driving, teens are more likely to do the same. Supervised practice hours. Most states require 50 hours of supervised driving. Teens with parents who log consistent practice have 24% fewer crashes. My son and daughter. Mayhew, 2014. Parents ensure teens encounter diverse conditions, highways, night driving. Emotional regulation. Parents who help teens manage stress and road rage and reduce aggressive driving. Gideon, Turnbach, 2018. Calmly debrief after a near miss. Teachers compose. I do this all the time with you. If you pull out in front of a car, I'm like, whew. Did you know you put out in front of a car? No, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't look. Please look next time. We're good. Accountability and rule enforcement. Parents set rules. No phones. Curfew. Low risk behavior. Insurance Institute. Highway Safety, 2021. Families that prioritize safety over convenience reduce teens' risky behavior. Jacobson, 2012. Your parents do matter, guys. The good driving schools have good lessons. They communicate with you. They reduce risky behavior. A lot of your parents have the Life 360 app. They're watching this anyway. I don't care because I always do the right thing. And if you have sudden acceleration, that's you hitting the gas. Or sudden braking, that's you. So mom and dad, your son and daughter are hitting the gas and hitting the brake real hard. It's not me. I did have a mom call her daughter. You were going 60 and you hit the brakes. I said, wow. She was looking at us through the satellite. Strengthen graduated license. We have graduated license now. Teens whose parents enforce GDL, limit passengers night driving, have 43% fewer crashes. Teens whose parents give balanced feedback, praise, and constructive guidance. You know, even though you got a ticket, hopefully you learn from this. We're going to pay half the ticket, you pay the other half. Instead of your parent ripping your head off. Enhances confidence without overconfidence. Teens whose parents provide balanced feedback, praise, corrective action, avoid overestimating their skills. McDonald, 2023. Parents should avoid saying, you're perfect. Instead, focus on growth. I always focus on growth. Meta-analysis. I do this too. Parental involvement during learner's permit phase corrects students in the first year of driving, 31% fewer crashes. It encourages self-regulation. I always try to reflect, how can I be a better teacher for you guys? Don't worry, I got a quiz for you. Parents influence risky driving behaviors more effectively for males. Males tend to be more aggressive and drive faster. It's true. And statistically correct. Sherman, 2023. We also have teens with ADHD. They benefit from structured parental routines, consistent practice times. I want to say thank you for you guys taking the time to listen to this. And it is really serious. I need you to get your phones ready. You're going to be doing a quizzy. And you're going to text me. Either it's going to be a quiz. You're going to take both. The first quizzy is on the 6 conditions of driving. You just put in 6 if you want to see that. Or I have your whole study guide already copied, already processed. You have questions. Anyway, you're going to do both. So what I want to do before you vote, or just send me a text, the chat's off. I'm going to finish up with the worksheet 3. And then you're going to vote. The video is about 24 or 17 minutes. Okay? It's 24 or 17 minutes. And there's 6 questions. You have to watch the video. You can't just click. And you can't speed through. I love that. You have to watch it. And then the other one, I copied your whole study guide, and there are a long list of questions. I don't do this for punishment. I do this because I want you to be good. And it takes hard work. And many of you are rising to the occasion. And I love that. I'm going to go from 85 to the end. It's not much. Okay. So this is worksheet 3. If you experience vehicle breakdown, how can you help roadway users see you safely? You want to use your hazard lights. Those are those 4-way flashers. They let people know you're broken down. Okay. So you got to really be careful. A lot of people aren't paying attention. Passing on the right at an intersection is allowed if the roadway specifically widens for that purpose. So you got to be careful. You're going to learn this as you go along. It takes time. The move over law requires you to change lanes or slow down when you encounter an emergency vehicle or roadside activity. So we don't have our emergency workers hit or struck or police. Next, what benefits do roundabouts offer? They reduce a serious injury, fatal crashes, they reduce pollution. So you're going to have more roundabouts. We have more roundabouts than 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 1 year ago. And one of the students in your class, I want to go to a roundabout. Like, she's asking to go to the roundabout. I'm like, whoa, I love that. Students don't ask that. She wants to get better. When you are merging on an expressway, who should yield the right of way? The driver entering the expressway. You got to yield. Just look over your shoulder and check and go. If it starts to rain on a hot day, the roadway is most slippery the first few minutes. The oil, the gas, the grit, the dirt, it makes a really slippery paste. So you got to reduce your speed a little bit. Calm down. Get off that gas pedal. Next, how can you reduce sun glare while driving? You want to keep the windshield clean. Sunglasses are okay, but you're reducing the light that gets into your eye. So we really try to keep the windshield of the driver's head car clean. A good indicator that hydroplaning can occur is when water is standing on the road. And we have people riding in the storm. The water is up to the door, but guess what? They are better drivers. They're better drivers. And I'm happy we went through that. And it's still raining right now. Sprinkles. So standing water means your car could hydroplane. If you encounter an aggressive driver who appears agitated, you should change your path of travel. When it is raining, your choice of speed should be influenced by the amount of traction, not the speed limit. Why should you clear snow and ice from your entire vehicle before driving? Snow and ice could come loose and create hazards for other drivers. All of you send me a text on one thing you learned from me reading those questions. I love it. I know there's an app I could use to just have it hooked up, but send me a text on what you just learned from me going over that. We're rolling good. We're doing well. Proud of it. That's why I got this flag in the back. Where do you? Type it in. Good. I see those texts come in, and it's awesome. I have to give Emma a shout out too. We just had that girl get in and drive. She drove to her high school, went around the opposite way, right turns, left turns, lane changing. I made her work. I try not to overcomplicate it. We get you in the car. We show you how to pivot your foot between the gas and brake. Get on that seatbelt. Down is left, up is right. You'll forget. We go through the parking lot. It was flooded. The neighborhoods were flooded. We got on the road. So you need to know different routes. Thank you. I see the text coming in. Just doing things differently. You do have to pay attention to the details. And as you guys drive more, that 2:30 to 5:30, it's heavy traffic. We see people cutting us off with one blinker. We saw 5 cyber trucks. We see people speeding up to cut us off because they're behind a semi truck. And I'm telling you, just relax. Avoid the wolf pack. The wolf pack is not a bunch of wolves. The wolf pack is a bunch of cars. And then we still make the light. You have your whole life to drive fast. I want you to live a long time. So you do have to pay attention. Anna did good. We stall parked, backed in, went around parking lots, tight right turns, tight left turns, putting in work. And if you can get through that first drive, that second and third, critical. Parallel parking, reverse parallel parking, backing in driveways. We went up to different high schools. Okay, park. Go around 5 times, park in 5 spots. You pick. What? You learn how to back up. When you back up, you look out your back window. Don't rely on a backup camera. You're going to run over your sister or brother or little kids. All right, send me the text again. What are we doing? Are we doing the 6 conditions of driving? It's a 22-minute video, but I copied the link and put it into Quizzy. You have 6 questions. Or are you going to do, I'm not going to tell you how many questions because you'll cry. Or are you going to do the big study guide? It's on Quizzy. I have the answer key. You're going to learn so much. And we hit you with a couple videos. So 6 conditions. Send it to me again. I'm looking. Text it to me again. The 6 conditions is pretty cool. 6 conditions, 6. I feel like Drake. 666. And Drake is from Toronto. Right? I have an enhanced license. So does my son. We could drive over there if we want to. Right? You check your blind spots by looking over your, it's just a quick glance to the side, chin to your shoulder, just a quick glance. Some of you are not checking your blind spot and you turn the wheel and drift out of your lane. So I have to be patient enough and let you get through that first drive. And once you get through that first drive, you're going to start getting better and better and better. Charlie M., what are we doing? 666? Are we doing the 6 conditions or are we doing the study guide?
Study guide.
Oh, Charlie, they don't hate you, brother. But it's good. Okay, give me 1 second. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is really fun. Look at my videos. Bye.